Hello everybody. I'm doing a little cooking up a dish tonight. I'm going to be working the factory next 3 days, so I want to have something that I can just take out, heat up, and eat, because I don't eat much during my days I work the 12-hour shifts. And I have people that get upset with me because of that. I drink so much water that I don't really have a lot of room for food, so I still got to eat something. So this is just something I'm throwing together. Thought maybe some of you would like to see it or give me some ideas on your little dish. I kind of like some soups, stews, stuff like that. Quick, easy, full of nutrients. So what I'm going to use, I picked this up yesterday at the store, is a, let me hold it still here so focus. So you're going to focus. There we go. It was only $3.55. So this whole pot will actually be plenty for me. So I'm going to brown that up, cook that up. I'm going to put with it, I chopped up about a handful, as you can see, about a handful of celery. And some green peppers, little green peppers for flavor. Some onion for some flavor. I didn't want to put tons in because I don't want to overpower the soup. I just want to make a good, nice, simple flavor. This is some dried garlic. I got it. It's like a dehydrated garlic. It says chopped, but I got it on sale because it's not actually chopped. They're slices. There, see? You can see in there. So what I'll do, since it's dried and whatever I do, I'm going to take it, I'm going to crush these up into smaller pieces. That's what I'll do. And then along with that, next ingredient, I'm going to put a little bit of this rosemary. Lady down here in the campground grows it, and she gave me a sprig, so that will last me a while because it don't take a whole lot. Just a little bit of the sprigs to add some flavor. If I put the whole thing in, it would overpower it. And then she also gave me some, I believe that was basil. Basil, yeah, I think basil, not oregano. So I'm going to start putting this dish together. There'll be a few more ingredients, but that's what I got to start. So we'll put this in my pan, start browning it up. Once it gets pretty browned up, because I don't want to overcook the other vegetables, I want to have the flavor in the broth. So I'll brown up the burger first, or the meat. And then I'm going to take and put in my veggies. And get that started, and we'll go from there. Catch you in a few. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed with a camera and that, but I'm going to throw in some black peppercorn, grind up some black peppercorn. And I also got some sea salt grinder. I'm going to grind a little bit of that, put some of that in the meat, so that way the meat also has a little bit of a flavor. Alright, looks like the meat is browned up pretty good. I know some of you probably would use a higher quality meat, but when you're on a budget, you use what you can. You're getting some of the protein from the meats, you're getting some broth. You do what you can when you're on a budget. So now that that's browned up pretty good, hold on, let me turn this down. Alright. Sorry. Forgot I had that TV on. So now that that's browned up, we'll go ahead and add in my celery. Green pepper. And onions. I say doing this one-handed here. I need one of those little scoop things. Scoop it all up on one of those little... Actually, I could probably make one pretty easy. Piece of used milk jug. And then crushed up garlic. Okay. Then I'm only going to take a little bit of this. I'll show you in a sec. It's not that much, as you can tell by my finger. But like I say, I don't want to overpower it. I want the flavor, but I don't want to overdo it. And this is fresh. It's a little bit dried out. So what I don't use, I'll be putting in a little baggie or something to keep. But I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to kind of cut that up smaller and stuff because I want to get the flavor, but I don't want it overpowering. And then I'll throw that in. And I just got it on a simmer right now, so I'm going to get this mixed in. It's hard for me to make a small batch of soup. We'll mix that in. And then I'm going to put in a few of my, what I consider my secret ingredients. Well, it's not really secret, but if you want a good beefy flavored, instead of getting that, bouillons and stuff like that, I've come up with something else to use. And also some of the seasoning. But anytime I make something like a roast or anything like that, what I use is I buy these cheap little packets of au jus. It's a nice beefy flavor. So I will be putting some au jus in there. Oh no, probably about maybe a good tablespoon. Oh, hold on. You can tell I've used it here a little bit. Hold on, I gotta get it out. I don't have no exact measurements. I just add things. Au jus give it flavor. There's not a whole lot in there, so I'm just gonna put what's in that package, what's left, because I've used this package for other things, so that is what's left. And then the next thing I'm going to add, and get this open with my hand, is I add a little beef stew seasoning. Of course, you don't want to put the whole pack in unless you're making a big batch. I'm just adding it for some flavor. It helps thicken it just a little bit. I don't want, too thick like a stew, but I do want the, some of that flavoring. That way you don't have to have a ton of spices. So I'm going to add the beef stew mix. Yeah, that one was about it gone too. I use these on and off for different things I make. Looking at what kind of liquid I got in there, because I got them dehydrated garlic. And then I got these sauces. So I'm going to turn this up a little bit, simmer these peppers and onions and celery a little bit. Let's see. We'll go about medium. I'll be right back. As I'm simmering it, I slowly add in a little water, because you can see that it's starting to get like a brothy, kind of a thicker brothy. So I slowly add in some water, because you don't want it to burn in the bottom pan or anything, so you want to add a little moisture to it and get that brothy gravy going. That looking good. Boil, boil, toil and trouble. Simmering pretty good. I'm going to turn it down just a hair. I'll keep it nice and good and hot. Alright, now is the point where you're going to get the rest of your broth. So you're going to add some water. You'll be able to determine just how much you want to add. Depends on how much broth you want. Probably, let's see. It's going to be a pretty full pan. We'll do, yeah, it's about 3/4 pan. Now, the veggies. The best thing I like to do, so it saves time in cooking and getting everything together. Plus, they taste better. Almost close as fresh. But I go with frozen mixed vegetables. And there's all various kinds out there you can use. I will take these, put them in there. I don't think I'll need the whole bag. And then I'll cover it up and let it sit and simmer. And then it should be yummy. But that's my simple little soup mix. Each time I make it might be a little bit different. I like to create my own little mix. One dish, I call them soups, stews, or as Rachel Ray calls them, as stoops. So that will be the end of this little cooking video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any ideas and some of your favorites, go ahead and post them. I would like to hear different varieties. Chunky Butt out.